Young and the Restless weekly spoilers July 1 to 5. Michael schemes and Victor gets the war he wants. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless spoilers show that Michael Baldwin, portrayed by Christian Jules Leblanc, is seen hatching schemes under the orders of Victor Newman, played by Eric Braeden. The week's My and Our spoilers kick off with Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, enjoying a romantic date with Alan Laurent, Christopher Cousins. Also, Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, loses her cool with her son, Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, over a company merger vote. Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, travels to Paris to check on Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, and Michael Baldwin opens up to Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, on behalf of Victor on Young and the Restless. Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, feels guilty over her past decisions, while Billy Abbott faces questions from Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, over his motives. Meanwhile, sparks fly between Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, and Audra Charles, Zalika Silver, and Chelsea Lawson. Melissa Claire Egan rekindles with Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. The week's Young and the Restless spoilers wrap up with Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, seek help from Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Victor Newman striking a deal with his new co-CEO, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller. Get all your daily Young and the Restless spoilers and news here at, and stay tuned for updates on your favorite characters' fates. As the summer heats up in Genoa City, so does the intrigue, deception, and power struggles that have defined the Young and the Restless. The week of July 1 to 5 promises explosive drama as two of the show's most formidable players, Michael Baldwin and Victor Newman, find themselves in high-stakes situations. Michael's plans to protect his family will lead him down a treacherous path, while Victor steps into a new chapter of his ongoing war. Here's a detailed spoiler breakdown of the biggest twists and turns this week. Monday, July 1. Michael's calculated move. The week kicks off with Michael Baldwin working behind the scenes to protect his family from the mounting threat that looms over them. With his son, Fenmore, in a precarious position and his wife, Lauren, caught in the tangled web of Genoa City's power players, Michael can no longer sit idly by. Having learned of a new scheme brewing in the shadows, Michael takes decisive action, planning to put the wheels in motion for a risky maneuver that could have long-lasting consequences. He finds himself in a precarious position, a brilliant attorney but walking a fine line between law and morally gray decisions. His plan involves taking on someone much more powerful than him, Victor Newman. Victor, who never shies away from conflict, senses Michael's scheming. Though they've had an uneasy truce in the past, this new war could shatter the fragile peace. Michael knows that if he's going to protect his family and keep them safe from the Newman Empire's influence, he'll have to outsmart Victor. The stakes are high, and Michael is willing to bend the rules to protect the ones he loves, even if it means making dangerous enemies. As Michael delves deeper into his scheme, tensions rise, and his relationship with Lauren becomes strained. Lauren, who has always been the more level-headed and morally grounded half of the duo, is torn between supporting her husband and fearing the fallout of his dangerous gambit. Michael assures her that his plan will work, but as the week progresses, it becomes clear that his actions are about to set a series of events in motion that could have devastating consequences. Tuesday, July 2. Victor stirs the pot. Victor Newman, the man behind the throne of Newman Enterprises, is always calculating, always thinking 3 steps ahead of everyone around him. But this week, it seems that his patience is wearing thin. He's ready for battle, and he's willing to go to any lengths to get what he wants. Victor's war is not just about business, it's personal. The stakes have never been higher as Victor realizes that his control over the Newman Empire is under threat. Whether it's his power-hungry children vying for the CEO position, The constant threats from outside forces, or the shadow of his past actions catching up with him, Victor knows that he must act now to secure his future. His eyes are set on bringing his enemies to their knees. Meanwhile, Victor's relationships with his children are becoming more complicated. Victoria is poised to make a move of her own, and Adam, always eager to prove himself, is chomping at the bit for power. But Victor, the mastermind, has already set his traps. He's ready to play his cards, and it's clear that he's not above using any means necessary to win. Victor and Michael cross paths in a tense confrontation. The two men have clashed in the past, but now the stakes are personal. Victor knows that Michael is involved in something bigger than anyone realizes, and he intends to get to the bottom of it. The clash between these two formidable adversaries sets the tone for the rest of the week. Wednesday, July 3, the plot thickens. As Michael's plan progresses, he begins to question whether he has underestimated the power of his enemies. While he's already made his move, it's clear that things aren't going as smoothly as he hoped. Victor's influence is everywhere, and Michael's scheme is beginning to unravel. The tension escalates as Victor makes a move of his own, subtly pulling strings behind the scenes. While Michael attempts to protect his loved ones, it becomes clear that his enemies aren't going to give him an easy victory. Victor pulls out all the stops, deploying his resources to crush any threat to his empire. Lauren, in the meantime, is left in the dark about the full extent of Michael's actions. As much as she trusts her husband, she begins to fear the worst. What started as a calculated and well-thought-out move now seems like a ticking time bomb. Can Michael outmaneuver Victor, or is he stepping into a trap he can't escape from? Elsewhere in Genoa City, other players take their own steps toward power. Jack Abbott, ever the businessman, finds himself caught in the crossfire of the impending war between Michael and Victor. With Jack's corporate ambitions growing, he may soon find himself forced to choose a side. Will Jack remain neutral, or will he be sucked into the power struggle between these two heavyweights? Thursday, July 4, a war that can't be avoided. By Thursday, the war between Michael and Victor escalates. With both men playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse, it's only a matter of time before one of them makes a fatal move. As tensions rise, alliances begin to shift. Michael's desperation grows as he realizes that Victor's next move could be the end of him. But Michael isn't the kind of person who will back down easily, especially when the safety of his family is on the line. To win, he'll have to take risks, and the consequences of those risks are dire. Victor, on the other hand, sees his opponent as a minor inconvenience. But Michael's actions are beginning to rattle him. He knows that his empire is on the line, and the stakes are higher than ever. This isn't just about business anymore. This is about pride, control, and the survival of the Newman name. In a surprising twist, it's revealed that someone close to Michael has been working against him. A hidden betrayal threatens to destroy everything he's worked for. As Michael scrambles to find out who the traitor is, he must decide how far he's willing to go to protect his legacy. Victor, who thrives on chaos, is not done yet. His next move is a direct challenge to Michael's power. As the two men square off, there's no telling who will emerge victorious. Friday, July 5, the aftermath. The week ends with fallout from the war that has been waged. Victor and Michael's battle reaches its crescendo, and as the dust settles, it's clear that neither man has walked away unscathed. There are winners, there are losers, and there are those left in the wreckage, trying to pick up the pieces. Michael's plan, for better or worse, will have lasting consequences. While he may have achieved a temporary victory, the cost of his actions may be more than he bargained for. His marriage to Lauren, already under strain, faces new challenges. Can they repair the rift that has formed between them, or is their relationship too far gone? For Victor, it's business as usual. The war may have been brutal, but he's emerged stronger than ever. His power is intact, But at what cost? Will he be content with his victory, or will he continue to push forward with his ever-growing ambitions? As the episode closes, Genoa City is left to wonder who will be the next casualty in this ongoing power struggle. Michael and Victor's battle is far from over, and neither man is likely to back down anytime soon. Conclusion: the calm before the storm. As the week of July 1 to 5 winds down, the stakes in Genoa City are higher than ever. Michael Baldwin has made his move, and now he must face the consequences of his risky decisions. Victor Newman, always the mastermind, has once again emerged victorious, but at what cost? With both men determined to protect their families and their empires, it's clear that this war is far from over. As the summer continues, expect more drama, more betrayals, and more power plays. The world of the young and the restless is always in motion, and Genoa City will never be the same after this explosive week of rivalry, ambition, begins with the aftermath of Michael and Victor's clash still reverberating through Genoa City. Michael, feeling the weight of his choices, is forced to reckon with the consequences of his actions. Despite his best efforts to protect his family, the fallout is undeniable. His relationship with Lauren is strained, and their once solid partnership is now being tested in ways they never anticipated. Lauren, still reeling from the shocking revelations of Michael's recent decisions, tries to piece together the puzzle of his secretive dealings. Her instincts as a businesswoman and mother tell her that something's not right, and she's determined to uncover the full extent of Michael's actions. As she confronts him, Michael is put on the defensive, and their conversations are charged with tension. Can they salvage their relationship, or is it too late? Meanwhile, Victor Newman finds himself in the midst of a power struggle that threatens to shake the foundations of Newman Enterprises. While he may have gained a temporary victory over Michael, the repercussions are far-reaching. His children, especially Victoria, begin to question his methods and his true intentions. The line between loyalty and ambition is growing thinner, and the fractures within the Newman family are becoming more apparent. Victor may have won this battle, but the war for control over his empire is far from over. Tuesday, July 9. The Newman family divided. The tensions within the Newman family reach a boiling point on Tuesday. Victor's children, Victoria, Adam, and Nicholas, are each dealing with their own personal and professional challenges. Victoria, determined to carve out her own path, begins making bold moves that could shift the balance of power within the family business. As the most ambitious of Victor's children, Victoria is ready to prove herself, even if it means going head-to-head with her father. Adam, ever the wild card, senses an opportunity to capitalize on his father's weakening grip on the company. He's been biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to make his move. With his father distracted by the ongoing power struggle with Michael, Adam begins to make strategic alliances that could help him take control of Newman Enterprises. But in doing so, Adam may be alienating some key players in the process. Nick, caught in the middle, feels the pressure mounting from all sides. While he's always been the more laid-back of the Newman siblings, Nick is beginning to realize that the family legacy is slipping away. As his siblings jockey for power, Nick finds himself questioning his place within the Newman dynasty. Will he remain loyal to his father, or will he choose to break away and forge his own path? The cracks in the Newman family's unity continue to widen, and it seems that Victor's grip on the company and his children is becoming more fragile by the day. Wednesday, July 10. Secrets and betrayals unveiled. By Wednesday, Genoa City is buzzing with whispers of secrets and betrayals. The walls that once separated the town's most powerful families are beginning to crumble, and new alliances are being forged. As Michael and Lauren's marriage hangs in the balance, another unexpected twist threatens to throw everything into chaos. A long-buried secret comes to light, one that could have devastating consequences for the Baldwin-Fenmore family. Michael is forced to confront a past mistake that he thought was behind him. The revelation threatens not only his relationship with Lauren, but also the safety of his son, Fenmore. As the truth comes out, Michael must decide whether to come clean or continue to hide his past sins. Lauren, meanwhile, is left to process the betrayal, unsure of what to believe or how to move forward. In another part of town, Adam's scheming continues to unfold. He's using all of his charm and cunning to manipulate those around him, but it's only a matter of time before his actions are exposed. Adam's ruthlessness knows no bounds, and he's willing to burn bridges to get what he wants. But as he steps further into the darkness, he may find that there are some lines even he won't be able to cross. Thursday, July 11. A new rival emerges. Just when it seemed like the power struggle within the Newman family couldn't get more complicated, a new player enters the game. A rival business mogul who has been keeping a low profile emerges with an offer that could shake things up in Genoa City. This newcomer has the resources, the influence, and the cunning to rival Victor's empire, and they're ready to take him down. Victor, sensing the threat, springs into action. He's always prided himself on being one step ahead of his enemies, but this new rival is proving to be a challenge. As Victor investigates this new player's motives, he begins to realize that this battle may be more complicated than he initially thought. Victor's war for dominance is only getting started, and he will do whatever Michael and Lauren's already fragile relationship takes another hit. Michael's secrets are beginning to catch up with him, and Lauren is no longer willing to ignore the signs. Will she stand by him, or is this the breaking point for their marriage? Michael must find a way to repair the damage he's caused before it's too late. Friday, July 12. The storm clouds gather. The week culminates with a dramatic series of confrontations and revelations. As Victor's war intensifies, he finds himself increasingly isolated. His children's loyalty is wavering, and his new rival is closing in. Victor's future at the helm of Newman Enterprises is uncertain, and he must make a choice: continue to fight for control or step aside, and let his children take charge. For Michael, the stakes have never been higher. The pressure to protect his family is mounting, and the mistakes of his past are threatening to undo everything he's worked for. With Lauren's trust hanging in the balance, Michael faces a difficult decision: come clean and risk losing everything, or continue to hide the truth and hope it doesn't come out. As the week ends, the residents of Genoa City are left wondering who will emerge victorious in the ongoing battle for power and control. Will Victor maintain his iron grip on the Newman Empire, or will his children, and his new rival, finally bring him down? Will Michael's past come back to haunt him, or will he find a way to secure his family's future? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: in Genoa City, the drama is far from over. Conclusion: the war rages on. The week of July 8 to 12 sees Genoa City's most powerful players locked in a battle of wits, ambition, and deception. Victor Newman may have won a victory over Michael Baldwin, but the price of that victory is steep. Meanwhile, Michael's world continues to unravel as the consequences of his choices threaten to destroy everything he holds dear. The Newman family's fractured relationships and the arrival of a new rival make it clear that the war for control is far from over. As we look ahead, it's clear that the residents of Genoa City will have to navigate treacherous waters in the coming weeks. Whether it's love, power, or revenge driving them, everyone in this town has something to lose, and not all of them will make it out unscathed. The storm clouds are gathering, and the battle for supremacy is only just beginning. Keep watching, because in Genoa City, no one is ever truly safe. The week of July 15 to 19 starts with intense action in Genoa City, where the power dynamics are constantly shifting. Michael Baldwin and Victor Newman are both on edge, knowing that their recent power plays have only stirred the pot further. As Michael scrambles to keep his family intact and protect their legacy, he realizes he may need more than just legal acumen. He needs new allies. Victor, meanwhile, is making moves to consolidate his power. With his family divided and his business empire under siege from a mysterious new rival, he recognizes that he can no longer afford to fight this war alone. However, the alliances he forges may come with a hefty price. As Victor begins to make connections with other powerful figures in the town, he may find that even his most trusted allies have their own agendas. The game of chess that Victor is playing could leave his empire even more vulnerable if he's not careful. In the Baldwin household, Lauren and Michael continue to struggle with the strain on their relationship. Michael, desperate to make things right, considers making a bold move, one that could either save or destroy everything. As Michael attempts to repair the damage done to their marriage, Lauren finds herself at a crossroads. Will she forgive him, or is their relationship beyond repair? Tuesday, July 16. Family ties begin to snap. The tension within the Newman family continues to rise as Victoria and Adam grow increasingly distant from their father. Victor's methodical approach to securing his empire has left his children feeling like pawns in his game, and their frustration is palpable. As Victoria takes matters into her own hands, she's forced to confront the reality that Victor's grip on the company may not last forever. Victoria has always been driven, but now her ambitions are pushing her toward a dangerous path. She begins quietly maneuvering for control of Newman Enterprises, with or without her father's blessing. Her actions may have far-reaching consequences for her, her family, and the future of the company. Meanwhile, Adam's motivations become clearer as he begins to play both sides. His charisma is enough to earn him favor with key people in the business world, but Adam has his sights set on something bigger. As he carefully edges closer to his goal, he'll have to decide just how far he's willing to go. With his father preoccupied, Adam might just seize the opportunity to make his own power play. But who can he trust who has long been the mediator between his siblings and their father? Things are starting to unravel. His loyalties are stretched thin, and the Newman family's internal chaos could push him to make a life-changing decision. Will Nick stay loyal to Victor, or will he finally carve out a path of his own? Wednesday, July 17. The return of an old enemy. On Wednesday, a familiar face returns to Genoa City, someone from Michael Baldwin's past whose arrival shakes things up for everyone involved. As this old enemy resurfaces, Michael is forced to confront ghosts from his past that he'd hoped were long buried. This new arrival has their own agenda, and they are not interested in playing nice with Michael or his family. While Michael grapples with the return of his past adversary, Lauren is forced to deal with the impact of these resurfacing issues. The tension between them reaches an all-time high, and their relationship is on the brink of collapse. The appearance of this old enemy brings not only personal turmoil for Michael, but also professional risks that threaten to further destabilize the Baldwin-Fenmore empire. Meanwhile, Victor, always calculating, uses this new development to his advantage. He knows that enemies from the past can often provide opportunities in the present, and he wastes no time trying to turn this reappearance into a potential win for himself. However, the enemy may have plans of their own, and it's unclear whether they are working with or against Victor. In other corners of Genoa City, Jack Abbott finds himself grappling with his own personal struggles. His ongoing efforts to strengthen Jabad are being challenged by both internal and external forces. As he faces tough decisions regarding his business and his family's future, Jack must decide whether he's willing to sacrifice his principles for the sake of power. Thursday, July 18. A devious plan in motion. Thursday brings a shift in the power struggle. Michael, cornered by both his enemies and his own conscience, begins to take more desperate measures. Faced with the reality that he may lose everything, his family, his career, and his sense of security, Michael hatches a bold, devious plan to right his wrongs and protect what's left of his life. But as Michael's plan unfolds, it quickly becomes clear that his actions are leading him down a much darker path. What started as an effort to safeguard his family may end up spiraling into an even greater mess. Is Michael's plan going to work, or is he setting himself up for the ultimate downfall? Victor, ever the master strategist, seems to be one step ahead. As the conflict with Michael intensifies, he takes advantage of the chaos to solidify his hold on Newman Enterprises. But even Victor must be cautious, as his carefully orchestrated plans are increasingly at risk. With multiple parties plotting against him, Victor knows that one misstep could mean the end of his reign. Meanwhile, Adam makes a key move that shifts the power dynamic within the Newman family even further. His actions put him in direct conflict with both Victoria and Nick, creating new alliances and enemies within the family. With Victor distracted by his own war with Michael and others, Adam is beginning to position himself as the ultimate heir to the Newman Empire. Friday, July 19, the calm before the storm. As the week draws to a close, Genoa City braces for a storm of epic proportions. Secrets, lies, and betrayals continue to pile up, and it's only a matter of time before everything unravels. Michael, Victor, and the Newman family find themselves at a pivotal crossroads, with each character weighing the cost of their choices. For Michael, this is a critical moment. He must decide whether to come clean to Lauren about his past or risk losing everything in his pursuit of protection and power. Will Lauren's love for him be enough to weather this storm, or will she finally decide that she's had enough? Victor is facing the potential collapse of his empire, both personally and professionally. His children's growing ambitions and his ongoing war with Michael threaten to destroy everything he's built. The pressure is mounting, and Victor must act quickly if he hopes to maintain control. But with so many players involved, is it possible for Victor to emerge unscathed? As the weekend approaches, the residents of Genoa City are left wondering what the future holds for their favorite characters. The battle for power, loyalty, and love is far from over, and next week promises even more twists and turns. Conclusion: the stakes continue to rise. The week of July 15 to 19 will be a game-changer for the young and the restless. The stakes are higher than ever, and the power struggles between Victor, Michael, and the Newman family are coming to a head. As alliances shift and betrayals unfold, Genoa City's residents will face challenges that will change their lives forever.